All right, let's get right into it. We're breaking down the latest report from the Ministry of Manpower. And folks, the ground is shifting under our feet. The entire Singapore job market is playing by a whole new set of rules, and it's all happening faster than you can say career change. So let's kick things off with what is, without a doubt, the most startling number in this entire report. Almost half, 49.3% of all job vacancies in Singapore last year were for brand new positions. Just let that sink in for a moment. Nearly half the jobs on offer, they didn't even exist before this. Yeah, this isn't some small course correction. We are talking about a full-blown revolution in the job landscape. And the report is super clear on this. It's not about companies just tweaking old job descriptions. No, this is being driven by businesses expanding and creating entirely new functions. It's all about growth and a massive transformation.
And get this isn't some flash in the pan. The trend is actually picking up speed. I mean, just the year before, the number was at 45.7%. Now it's jumped up to nearly 50%. So the creation of new roles isn't just a big deal. It's becoming the main story in the hiring market, and the pace is only getting faster.
So you have to wonder, right, if nearly half the jobs are new, where exactly is all this happening? Which industries are leading this charge? And, what are these jobs of the future that companies are hiring for today? That is the multi-million-dollar question, isn't it? Where is the real opportunity? Well, lucky for us, the data gives a pretty clear roadmap.
And wow, the data just shows this incredible dominance by a few key sectors. I mean, just look at info and comms. It is staggering. Nearly 3 out of every 4 job openings there are for brand new roles. And you can see professional and financial services are way above the average too. This shows a massive shift towards work that's really focused on the future.
And this slide here just perfectly lays out the kind of high-level talent that is in red-hot demand. We're talking about those PMET roles, professionals, managers, executives, and technicians. These aren't just generic office jobs. Oh no, these are highly specialized, tech-heavy professions. Companies are practically falling over themselves trying to find people who can build AI, who can make sense of giant data sets, and who can develop the software that basically runs our entire digital world. Okay, so if the jobs themselves are changing so dramatically, it stands to reason that the way we get hired has to change too. And honestly, this might be the single biggest rule change for anyone, literally anyone looking for a job right now. Just look at this number, almost 80%. Nearly 80% of employers are now saying that your academic qualifications are not their main concern when they hire. I mean, let that sink in. For 4 out of every 5 jobs out there, your degree is no longer the magic key that gets you in the door. It's such a clear pivot, there's no denying it. The entire conversation has shifted. It's moved away from, so what did you study in school, to a much, much more direct question. Okay, but what can you actually do? Employers want to see demonstrable, practical skills, way more than what's just written on a piece of paper. And this isn't some feel-good theory. No, employers are doing this because it just plain works. The Ministry of Manpower actually says that companies are seeing way better results. They're hiring people faster, they're getting access to a wider pool of talent, and the people they do hire end up performing better. It's a win-win. You should really think of these as the new currencies in the job market. The hard skills like software development and data analytics, they'll get your foot in the door. But they have to be paired with crucial soft skills like problem solving and just being adaptable. That combination, that's what employers are willing to pay a premium for right now. So what does this all mean when you put it together? Well, we've got a market that's buzzing with incredible opportunity, but there are also some real reasons to be cautious. Let's take a look at what the road ahead looks like. And first, there's a fantastic piece of good news in here, especially if you're just starting out. Over a fifth, 21%, of all these high-demand professional jobs are actually open to fresh graduates. It just goes to show that companies are willing to invest in new talent and train them as long as they have the right foundational skills to begin with.
So, with all these new jobs being created, you might think it's a total employees market, right? Well, the answer? It's a little more complicated than that.
So here's the reality check. We've got a serious mismatch happening. Even with all these openings, about 16% of these high-level jobs stay vacant for more than 6 months. Why? Because employers just can't find people with the right specialized skills. This skills gap, plus all the external pressures like rising global costs, it's making companies really cautious.
The opportunity is definitely there, but the talent isn't quite meeting it yet.
And really, when you boil it all down, it comes back to this one question. The entire landscape has been completely redrawn. Value has shifted. It's moved from paper qualifications to practical skills. The demand is for specialized, future-proofed talent. So you really have to ask yourself, are you playing the right game